times pick your own advocate. When you go back to that march in Sacramento, how long ago does that seem, and just how excited are you to be where we are tonight and finally starting basketball back?
Yeah, it was a long time ago, a really long time ago. Felt like a lot has happened and a lot has changed since then, but I feel like as a team we've been ready. I think we came into camp pretty well conditioned, and now that we've had these 3 games out the way, I think we're all ready to go.
Hey, Drew, Andrew from ESPN. You guys have talked about, I guess, the difference in the defense, a little bit scheme, obviously with Fred calling the I guess the shots there. It's a little bit different. How's it different on court when you guys were dealing with Fred compared to how you guys were dealing with Jeff before the season stopped?
Yeah, just 2 different personalities. Jeff is a little bit more intense. Fred just kind of he's a little bit more calm and when he explains things. So at the same time, though, I think just building the chemistry even before we stopped helped prepare for this situation here, where we kind of came in. We knew the basics, but just kind of going over them, really just refreshing our memory helped out a lot.
Mark, go ahead. Hey, Mark Coutinho, USA Today. Hope you're hanging in there. It's kind of a big picture question. Obviously, we've all gotten used to, since the pandemic started, having to wear masks. But what's the process been like just day to day in the bubble? I mean, given just how fluid you guys are at it.
It's been fine. I think it's just been a routine, really. When you leave your room, you got to have your band, your credential, and your mask. And I feel like sometimes if you leave one, you start to freak out a little bit, especially when you're halfway to the bus or whatever. But I think doing that and every day, just knowing that you have to get tested at some point, I feel like that's kind of what we keep our thoughts on. Is all right, well, make sure that we get tested so that we don't have to quarantine or anything like that.
Hey, Jrue, Christian Clark with Noah.com. Year in and year out, the Jazz are a really good defensive team. You guys have been able to put up some points against them. What has just worked for you guys on the offensive end against this team this year?
Yeah, I just think attacking them straight up, moving the ball and attacking them straight line drives. Obviously, with Rudy in there, there's times where we have to adjust and make plays, but I just think being aggressive after we swing the ball and get a movement has been really good for us.
What's up, Drew? This is Will Guillory with The Athletic. Knowing that you guys are starting this thing out with games against, the Jazz and the Clippers, how important is it going to be to kind of see where you guys are compared to some of the other playoff teams in the West, and just kind of be able to measure yourself off, early on in this thing?
Yeah, I think we just have to come out with energy. We come out with energy and we play hard in the beginning. I feel like our rhythm or whatever will take care of that. So coming out with energy and we'll be completely fine.
Anything else for Drew? Great, thanks, Drew. Appreciate it. Brayton and Ingram will be up.